Let's complete Language Arts page 247, 249, and 250. 247 is called What Happens Next? And this page focuses on making predictions, meaning a good guess. Read the sentences, draw what happens next. Number 1, a dog is sleeping under a tree. A bag of food is next to him. A sneaky fox creeps up. What happens next? You get to choose. We know that this dog is sleeping. Maybe your dog will continue to sleep and the fox starts eating the food. Maybe the dog will wake up because it hears the fox and scares it away. Or, of course, you can create your own version of the story and draw what happens next in this rectangle. When you're done with this one, let's continue on to the second one. It says, read the sentences, write what happens next. Number 2, a hungry bear catches a fish. Bears love to eat fish. What happens next? The hungry bear catches a fish, and bears love to eat fish. What happens next? I think the bear will quickly eat the fish. This is just a sample sentence. If you created your own, that's totally fine. But make sure you put a capital and an ending punctuation mark. So I wrote, the bear will quickly eat the fish. When you're completed with this page, let's move on to our next page. Page 249 is called Whole or Half. Write a word from the box to complete each sentence. Go ahead and repeat after me. Divide, equal, whole, half, halves. Okay, let's take a look here at our illustration as a clue. Here we see 2 raccoons and we see what seems to be a pizza that's already cut down the center. Let's use that to help us as we start reading our sentence. Number 1, this is a pie. Oh, it's a pie, not a pizza. Okay. This is a divide, equal, whole, half, halves, pie. Which one sounds best to you? It starts off as a whole pie. And check it off. Whole here means complete. All of it is there. Number 2, we will the pie. We will divide, equal, half, halves the pie. We will divide. And check it off. Number 3, we'll cut it into 2 parts. This is important. Think about our story, the 2 greedy bears. This was their problem. They couldn't decide how they were going to divide it into 2 equal parts. And let's check it off. 4, now the pie is in 2 Well, this is a math word. This is half of the pie. This is also half. So there are 2 halves. 2 halves. Two halves make 1 whole pie. Our final one, number 5. Each of us gets 1 of the pie. Each of us gets 1 half. and check it off. When you're finished with this page, we'll turn and do one more page. 250 is called Sound Match. Write naming words. Naming words, those are nouns. Nouns we've talked about can be a couple things. It can be a person, like a boy, a girl, teacher, doctor, dentist. That's a person. It can also be a place, a house, a school, a park, a playground. But it can also be a thing, animals, crayons, paper, a chair, a car. Could also be one other, an idea. Idea, things like freedom, justice, independence. Okay, that's a noun, a naming word. So we're going to write those naming words from the box that match the describing words. Describing words, there's a fancy word for that we haven't talked about together yet. It's called an adjective. Adjective. An adjective describes something. It could describe the weather, hot and cold. It could describe a pet. When you touch its fur, it could be soft, or it could be fuzzy or fluffy. If you're touching a rose, you have to be careful because the thorn is sharp or pokey. So those are all describing words called adjectives. Let's take a look at what our nouns are. Go ahead and repeat after me. Bee, that's a bee like the insect. Bee, car horn, bell, drum, cat. Here are the describing words, and we need to see what is most appropriate to match one of our naming words, our nouns. Okay, so let's take a look at our first set of adjectives or describing words. Clanging, ringing. What makes a clanging or ringing? Bee, car horn, bell, drum, cat. I think the clue here is ringing would be a bell. Let's check it off. Number 2, loud, beeping. Loud and beeping. I think the best option here is a car horn. And check it off. Number 3, soft, purring. Soft, purring. A bee, drum, or cat. That would be a cat. And check it off. Number 4, buzzing, humming. Buzzing and humming. A bee. And our last one, number 5, tapping, beating. Best option is a drum. Great work.